When I think what's valuable to me, especially from a sensory point of view, I can't think of anything more important than sight. I think of looking at my new granddaughter, seeing her smile, seeing her squeeze my finger, and I think, what would it be like if I couldn't see?
She can't see at all, but it's difficult time to recognize something. Even when she was signing this money, she got to bend down good before she see the line. We came from Africa, we came here, to work, and because of her eye can't see, when she get a job, people refusing her on job and stuff. She want to do this surgery so she can be able to do something for herself or her kid.
There's a very big need in the United States and in the state of Utah. There are many people that fall outside of the healthcare system for a variety of reasons. And we take all comers that need it, and we make sure that we arrange for a day like today to bring everybody together to take care of these patients.
Cataracts are the most common cause of preventable blindness worldwide. And cataract surgeries are the most common surgery that's performed worldwide.
I remember my grandmother taken off the side of her car because she couldn't see as she backs in and out of the driveway, has no vision out peripheral. And I remember going to her house after she had cataract surgery. She had bandages packed on her eyes, and she would be laying in bed, as I recall, for over a week.
Well, cataract surgery has improved markedly. We now put intraocular lens implants in an eye following removal of a cataract through a very tiny incision. This allows the patient to go back to normal activity pretty much the day after surgery. We've had the opportunity to establish a major center here at the University of Utah, and right now we are probably the premier center worldwide in the area of intraocular lenses, intraocular lens research, and complications involving intraocular lenses.
Why have we been able to get people together and grow our research mission dramatically? I think there's a lot of reasons. I think one of the big ones is the willingness for people to collaborate.
One of the reasons that I'm here at the University of Utah is that there is this tremendous collaborative environment. We've actually recruited faculty from Harvard, and in fact, I'm thinking of the last faculty recruit we've had. When we were walking her through, she came through, and we had a couple of faculty members from SCI in the lab, and she said, who are they? And I said, oh, they're faculty members from SCI, Scientific Computing Institute. And she said, oh, what are they doing here? And I said, well, we're collaborating, we're working together. And she said, we don't do that at Harvard. And I said, I know, that's why I'm here.
We have some of the most important breakthroughs that exist in the world today. The biggest we have right now is macular degeneration. We've got lots of people working on macular degeneration.
Macular degeneration is a disease that we know has a strong genetic component. And that means if you have a first-degree relative, that is a parent or a sibling, you're at a very high risk of getting the disease yourself.
It's an incredibly common disease. I think in this country alone, we're looking at somewhere between 15 and 20 million individuals with the disease.
It is a disease that affects your central vision, that it means it affects our ability to drive, read, and recognize faces.
My interest in becoming involved in the campaign really goes back to my grandfather and later my father suffering from macular degeneration in their later years. My grandfather really loved watching television back when it was first introduced, and he kept having to sit closer and closer to the TV, I remember, when I was a boy.
We've identified a number of genes, we have a number of therapies we used in the clinic, but we do not have a cure.
How do you get to the place where you discover a pathway that associates with the disease and end up with a drug that treats the disease? Traditionally, a lot of the research side of that process comes out of academia.
The intellectual property that's generated from that research has to change hands and be licensed to industry. The Center for Translational Medicine was created really with that in mind. We have gathered the resources at one end that we need to get the job done from the biological perspective. We've been able to hire in individuals with expertise in the drug development world. We also recently signed a very unique deal with a major pharmaceutical company. The value of that is we're not wasting 10 years of time licensing our intellectual property, shortening the time that it takes to develop drugs and move forward.
You know, translational research is a critical area because breakthroughs at the level of the laboratory, at the level of the microscope, for example, need to be put out to where they can actually benefit our own patients. We've worked with lenses in the laboratory, seen it go through clinical trials, and I've actually placed them into my own patients' eyes.
Esther, can you see Johnson all the way over here? Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think really everybody, given a chance, they have a love of their fellow man. And many do it different ways. They may donate to the Red Cross, or they may, help at church. We have an advantage because we have a skill, and our team has the skill to restore sight. And it's a great feeling. It's a really great feeling.
We have an incredible track record. We have people who their entire working life is about making a difference. We have people who are as dedicated and focused as could possibly exist. So I can't turn the thermostat or the regulator higher in regards to that vision. What is it they lack to be able to succeed with their goal? It's the resources necessary to take the next step.
We have a terrific gem at the top of the hill here in Salt Lake that is world-renowned and that is doing research and has the resources not only to help us here with our sight issues, but also to help those around the world. And that deserves our appreciation, but it also deserves our donation and support.
I want to be involved in things that don't take 30 years. And Moran seems to have figured that out. You've got to have these shining stars that I continue to refer to Moran as, because globally, it is truly the shining star in eye care.
The research needs to continue, and one day there will be a cure for AMD.
It's going to come from our patients and our friends who care, who want to see us succeed and want to make a difference. And all I can do is say, I applaud them, I thank them, and please come with us, help us. We're going to take it there. We're going to show that we can be the center of excellence who both cares and makes a difference.